Societal impacts 10 marks in term 1. That means the case study and assertion and reason from societal impact. So first let us go through the societal impact. This is your NCERT book. Now in this, what all things you have to prepare: introduction, what is societal impact, what is digital footprints, what is digital society and netizen, data protection, Creative Commons, cybercrime, Indian Information Technology Act, IT Act, e-waste, hazards and management, impact on health. So first I'm showing you the complete portion, and then I will share with you the important questions which are normally asked from this chapter. So introduction: in recent year, the world around us has seen a lot of changes due to use of digital technologies. These changes have made a dramatic impact on our lives, making things more convenient, faster, and easier to handle. In the past, a letter would take days to reach, and every recipient would get his or her own copy and respond separately. Today, one can send and receive emails to more than वन पर्सन एट अ टाइम. तो ये एडवांटेज है कि पहले अगर मेरे को कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन देना होता था तो मैं एक एक स्टूडेंट को, सपोज मेरे को ये जो न्यू सिलेबस अभी सीबीएसई का टर्म 1 सिलेबस आ गया है जो मैं अभी दिखा रही हूँ कि सीबीएसई के टर्म 1 के सिलेबस में पांडास डेटा विजुअलाइजेशन मतलब पाइप प्लॉट, इसके 25 मार्क्स के क्वेश्चन आएंगे, और सोसाइटल इम्पैक्ट ऐड हुआ है जिसके 10 मार्क्स के क्वेश्चन आएंगे. तो ये मैं एक साथ सबको मेल करके व्हाट्सएप करके एक साथ बता सकती हूँ. तो ये इसके एडवांटेजेस है कि आजकल टेक्नोलॉजी यूज़ करके हम एक साथ सबको इन्फॉर्मेशन दे सकते हैं. लेकिन पहले ऐसा नहीं था. पहले मेरे को एक एक को लेटर भेज के इंडिविजुअली, सिक्योरिटी था ठीक है, लेकिन इंडिविजुअली मेरे को भेजना पड़ता था. टुडे वन कैन सेंड एंड receive emails to more than one person at a time. The instantaneous nature of electronic communications has made us more efficient and productive. From the banking industry to aviation, industrial production to e-commerce, especially with regard to the delivery of their goods and services, all are now dependent on the use of computers and digital technologies. So ये सारे एडवांटेजेस हैं. आजकल घर बैठ के तुम कोई भी सामान देख सकते हो. यू कैन बाय एनी प्रोडक्ट फ्रॉम मल्टीपल चॉइस. पहले क्या था, एक शॉप में गए, एक ही चॉइस है, तुमको वही खरीदना है. अभी क्या है, मल्टीपल कंपनीज के ब्रांड्स के वही सेम प्रोडक्ट इज अवेलेबल एंड यू कैन जस्ट चूज फ्रॉम दोज प्रोडक्ट्स. So, applications of digital technologies have refined and evolved all spheres of human activities. Today, more and more people are using digital technologies through smartphones, computers, etc., with the help of high-speed internet. Why did the digital technologies become so widespread? The introduction of personal computers, PCs, and internet, followed by smartphones, has brought these technologies to the common man. While we reap the benefits of digital technologies, these technologies can also be misused. Let's look the impact of these technologies on our society and the best practices that can ensure a productive and safe digital environment for us. So, to protect ourselves, to protect us, like these days all are using mobile for online classes. Now we should know about the threats which may occur. It is not compulsory, which may occur, and how to protect ourselves from those threats. So those things we will learn in this. Now what are digital footprints? So whatever task we are doing in internet, each and every task is saved, and in history you can see what all things you have done. So anybody from outside, if you want to see that what all sites you are accessing or whatever task you are doing, so these are saved in digital footprints. I am just showing you what all things you have to prepare, then I will share with you this book. Digital society and netizen. Now this, we are in digital world, so this is our digital society. So we have to follow some ethics here. Now in this era of digital society, our daily activities like communication, social networking, banking, shopping, entertainment, education, transportation, etc. are increasingly being driven by online transactions. You all know we are paying online these days. Now, net etiquettes. When you are using the net, surfing the net, there are some etiquettes, manners which you have to follow, ethics which we have to follow. Otherwise, it creates problem. And you can complain also in cybercell. Suppose somebody is stalking or trolling or phishing, we will not come to know, but if you come to know also, you can complain to any cyber cells. So, clear? So all the net etiquette, so we will do one by one. Just now I am showing you what all things you have to do. You have to be ethical, be respectful, be responsible. Like in groups, when you are interacting in social media, you cannot use some words, you cannot use some statements which demean. So you have to be ethical, be respectful, be responsible. Clear? You cannot troll, you cannot bully, you cannot even. I am taking permission from you. I am mentioning that I am recording your classes, and then only I can record. Without your permission, if you tell that, madam, you cannot record my lecture or my presentation, then I cannot record it. Clear? So this you cannot, you have to take permission for everything. Now, no copyright violation. You cannot copy paste somebody's project and present in your name. Project will be created by you. Whatever material will be shared, it is copyright, means somebody else has made, it is the right of that person. So you cannot copy and paste it. Share the expertise. Here you can share, means suppose I have given some expert data, expert notes. Now that you have to take the permission and then you have to share it with others. Respect privacy, respect diversity, avoid cyberbullying, don't feed the troll. Like suppose any message I am getting in WhatsApp and I am forwarding the message without checking it. Suppose today if I give you a message that your CBSE, any message, clear, regarding CBSE. Now you will first check in the CBSE site. Suppose about the dates, about your board exam, about your practical exam, any dates which I am sharing with you. First you will check in CBSE, then you will forward it with your friends. Forward it to others. They share with your friends. It is not that I am just sharing and you are forwarding it without checking it. Clear? So these things you have to check. So in detail it is given here. This we will do in detail in the next class. Time is over. Communication ethics, etiquettes. So this also you know what are the etiquettes. Be precise, be polite, respect time, respect data limits, be credible. So these are the points which you will be. So from this chapter you will get case based question and your assertion and reason. So in next class we will start with the case based question, because once you just remind me, other students also, that this is left case based question of societal impact. Till now we haven't done, so this we have to do, as well as the assertion and reason question. I think assertion and reason 1 or 2 question in last class we have done. So that I will show you how the questions will be framed. Now social media etiquettes. In social media we have to follow many things, like anything related to politics or culture. You cannot demean other state cultures or the education of other country, of other people. So you have to follow the etiquettes. Be secure. You have to protect yourself as well as your close family members, friends, etc. How to protect it, how to save your data, save your datas, that will be discussed afterwards. So be reliable. Now this is your data protection, how to protect your data. You all know these days we are giving 2 passwords, multiple passwords, 2 security steps are there. Even the biometric with your fingers, with your eye scan, you are giving the passwords. So you will protect your datas, and so that the others cannot use your data without your permission. Intellectual property right, if you are designing your project, nobody else is allowed to copy paste your project and present in your name. So if you have designed, it is the copyright of yours, and only it is the intellectual property right, that is your right. It is, suppose any poem, any story, any notes, anything whatever you have written, it is your copyright. Same way from internet, without the permission of that person you cannot uh, access, you cannot use it in your project, in your work. So all the creative works, it can be a painting, it can be a recording audio, it can be a video, anything without the permission you cannot present in your name. Patent also, trademark of, for the companies of the particular. Licensing, if anybody is having license, then only he can use it. Violation of IPR, now this is important, as you have seen this question is asked every year in every paper. Violation of intellectual property right, plagiarism. This question is asked in every question paper, every sample paper you will see this word. It is actually, the pronunciation is plagiarism, but the spelling is like this, plagiarism. Sorry, it's clear, but the spelling is like this. So the spelling you will note it down, because if it is multiple choice, option will be given to you, you have to select from the option. Next is your copyright infringement. So we are having the copyright, trademark infringement. We will do in detail, time is over. Public access and open source. Open source is a free open source software. Suppose it is open source, the program code is available to you like Linux, etc. So you can take the program and now you can use it, because it is open source, no copyright is there, no license is required. There are some softwares you can search for the open source projects, open source programs that are open source. The source code is given to you. So there you are not violating any rule. You are allowed to copy the code and you copy the content, and you can modify it and make yours. So that open source softwares are also there. So that also we will do it, how to use it. Creative Commons. So this also we will do it. So this is shared by CBSC. We will do in detail all the different cyber crimes. So this is also asked that what type of crime it is. A case study will be given to you that somebody is using the bank documents, bank, and finding that denial of service is there. Now what type of threat it is? So it is a denial of service. Like suppose I am typing my bank username and password and it is not opening. It is not functioning. It is denying of that. So denial of service. So that is a threat. So immediately I have to inform the bank that my password is being hacked or it is not working. Clear? So what is hacking? What is phishing? Fraud email. So I'm sharing with you this book now, NCRT book. You just go through it, and this is very important in real life also. In real life, whenever you are using your mobile, internet, you have to be careful about all these things, because slowly I think these things are increasing day by day, and you have to discuss with others, with your family members, with your parents, with your relatives, that this is happening. Like suppose somebody is offering you that if you click this link you will get this many lakhs of rupees, this many crores of rupees. Is it possible? No, it is a phishing technique. They are just taking your information. If you click on that link, they will get your information, your username, your password. So these things you have to discuss with your, even with your younger brothers and sisters also you discuss. Like they will give you an offer that if you click this link you will get this game free of cost. Clear? And the small kids wants to play those games, they will click the link, and from that mobile, recently one incident occurred where a 13-year-old child was using his mother's mobile, and something happened with all the means bank statements, and it was a Means you should avoid all these things. So you should discuss with your younger brothers and sisters that these things by mistake also it can happen, so you have to be careful, because in that same mobile maybe your parents bank details are also saved, mail id, some important informations are saved which cannot be shared with others. Now digital signatures. Next, IT Act, information, Indian information. Now this is also asked in exam, that as per this act the laws are framed. All the laws are there. You can complain to police. In police station you can complain that somebody is bullying you or any attacks are there. Suppose your bank account has been hacked, so immediately in police station or in the cyber cell you can inform it. Next, last one is your e-waste hazards and management. So mobiles, all the old mobiles, don't throw in the dustbin, don't throw here and there, because the radiations will be there and after certain years we all will be in problem. So all the e-waste companies are there, call those companies and then give your old mobiles, old laptops, old desktop to them. Clear? Don't just throw in dustbin. These are the old mobiles, is of no use and you are throwing in dustbin. It will create lot of problem to you in future. Next, impact of e-waste on environment. This already you know. In environment, if radiations are there, then we will have a lot of problems. So in detail I will explain you in next class. On human beings, respiratory problem, many problems are there. Now management, how to manage your e-waste, this you also know. E-waste companies are there, you can just give to those companies, you can recycle, repair it and use it, give to somebody who can repair it and use it. E-waste managements in India, there are so many e-waste companies, they are managing all those all these old e-waste e-products. Next, device safety, impact on health. I'm just scrolling it now because time is not there. Now this is very important. Always keep your posture proper, otherwise after certain years you will face the shoulder problem, neck pain, headaches, all these problems will arise. So this posture you have to follow while attending the online class. Now how to frame the assertion and reasoning and the case study from here, that also I will show you in your next class. Time is over, sorry.